Friends, we are quickly back with 39th episode, and this one is on hashtag success sauce, hashtag interview torpedo 2.11, that means chapter 2 part 11. Here I would be talking to you with respect to interaction between people and what many kinds of them, and you have to make use of such interactions to your benefit and to suit the situation. I had told you for some reason my chairman wanted to spoil my career, wanted to do harm with me in earlier episodes. Today I'll tell you, on the day of his retirement, after the board meeting, all of us had come downstairs. His car will come first, then as MD my car will come second. He suddenly requested me that can we not go together in the same car. I said, all right, no problem, sir. My car will go empty. So both of us boarded in the car, and after some time he told me that I have retired today and now I am free to talk to you. Do you know that all along for last 2.5 years I wanted to harm you to the maximum extent, and even I wanted to get rid of you from the job. I was looking for opportunities and you have not given me one opportunity. And did you have this knowledge? I said, yes, sir, I had the knowledge. But all along you had been telling me, addressing me as sir. I said, yes, sir, that is because I respect the chair. Obviously meaning thereby that I don't respect you. And he mentioned that you are very tough in that way, that I had pressurized you to give an unusual promotion to one person, which you were not agreeable because his performance was not that good. And yet you had promoted him, and thereafter you had got him suspended by me. Why? You had also the same power, but only to prove to me that I had behaved with you wrongly. I pressurized you to promote the man who was not suitable for it. And thereafter, you got me to sign his dismissal letter to prove to me that you are much farther intellectually placed than me. Friends, this is an example of how to go about in life. You will be pressurized, and once you give it back in this way, he will never ever try to pressurize you. I'll give you another example of understanding a person. That was a medical crisis with my wife. She was having fever continuously for 3-4 days, and with medicine also it was not coming down. That is 1972 at Chandigarh. And those days MBBS call fees at home was 5 rupees. MD's call fees at home were 10 rupees. And I had given a call to an MD who came and checked my wife and said it is malaria, and given a, with that prescription I had gone to the chemist shop. Fortunately for my wife and me, the chemist shop did not have that medicine. So I had gone to one of the local doctors' chambers, because doctors do have some medicines for emergency purpose. The doctor looked at me, looked at the prescription, and asked for the symptoms of my wife. And when I had explained, he said, "I am sorry, this is an MD's prescription. I am only MBBS. Therefore, I shouldn't be talking about it. But with respect to health of your wife, I must say the symptoms do not seem to be that of malaria, number one. Number two, although he is an MD, he has given double the doses required. So my earnest request is you give half the dose, otherwise it may become fatal for her." Even after the medicine, for another 2 days, the fever was not under control. Suddenly fever is coming, suddenly it is going away. So what to do? I had heard about one Dr. DasGupta, who seemed to be always dozing. And since his fees at his chamber was very low, only 2 rupees, all the people would be flocking there, and he had the reputation of curing most of the people. I had gone there, waited for 3.5 hours because I was almost last in the queue, and when my turn came, he, from his dozing posture, he looked up at me and said, "Now please tell me the symptoms that she is suffering from." I told the symptoms. They shown the prescription. He frowned at it. Then immediately he asked me, "Have you brought any vehicle?" I said, "Yes, sir, I have brought my scooter." He packed his bag, immediately came to my house with my scooter and examined my wife and picked up a syringe. I said, "Doctor, you should get the blood checked up before putting some injection." He said, "Mr. Mukherjee, the situation is very critical. She is suffering from typhoid and she had been given medication for malaria. The situation is quite complicated inside, and if I do not put the injection tonight, she has to be hospitalized tomorrow, and it can be fatal." I said, "But then how do you decide that it is typhoid?" He said, "At our college at Calcutta Medical College, we were told by our professor that some days you may be in villages to do your practice. There you may not have the pathological laboratory at hand, but situation may be critical. You may have to decide immediately. And I have checked her nerves for quite a long period, and I am sure she is having typhoid. Please allow me to put this injection in, otherwise life will be at risk." And I said, "Okay, I believe you. I allow you to put the injection in." He put the injection in, and he had given some medicines. After 2-3 days, the fever was under control and she became all right. Here, friends, the point I am trying to emphasize is somebody may look as if he is not interested, but basically I could find out he was not dozing. He was listening to patient's problem with eyes closed, with rapt attention. That I could find out after waiting for 3 hours, during the later part of half an hour, that he is very, very attentive to patients' problems. Therefore, this is what you have to do in understanding a problem, in understanding the other person. Now, I will talk about another case of myself taking an interview. Myself, as managing director, normally is not expected to take interview of junior manager, who is the junior most officer in the organization. But I usually did that only because from junior manager he would be one day general manager and MD, and therefore if I do not put the right seed, how do I get the desired plant, desired fruits from it? So I had been attending the interview, and everybody will ask questions on the field. General manager maintenance on maintenance side, personnel general manager on personnel side, and similarly other general managers. But my question would be something very special to understand his aptitude and alertness. And everybody I will ask a different question, so that after completing the interview, even if they discuss, they would not know what is the question coming up for the new entrant. And I would be asking questions like, please answer me the reason for this proverb. Explain the proverb that even the fish would not have been in problem if it had not opened its mouth. That is, if fish would not open its mouth, the angle will not go into his mouth and he will not be caught during fishing. He will be saved. Same is the situation with us. If we do not keep our silence, if we talk too much, it may bring our serious problems. Therefore, friends, there will be some more such important discussions and topics, and which will interest you. I am sure if you take the message from these, will help you in your life. Therefore, you please like, share, and subscribe as you had been doing so far, and that will enthuse me. Thank you.